Should we have an intro?
This is our podcast intro.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the HTS Podcast. This is another special edition episode because someone, I'm not going to tell you who, graduated from their schooling. And
I wonder who.
I don't know if you guys heard her. You probably heard her. Anyways, and we came on vacation. So we're coming to you from the foggy shores of San Diego, California.
Oceanside.
Technically Oceanside, but for regular people, San Diego. So yeah, here we go.
I graduated.
I've never heard that word. With that, I didn't even do the regular intro, did I? Welcome back. This is HTS Pod. What's up, guys? How do I start? How do I say it?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the HTS Podcast. H-I-T.
No, that's not how it goes. H-I-T? You just said H-I-T.
Oh, that's how you actually spell it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the HTS Podcast. My name's Oscar. This is my sister, Sophia. This is our podcast. It's called HTS Podcast, HTS, no I. Thank you for being here. You already saw the rest of it. That's the normal intro. Now we'll get right into it. Fuck. I can't access my notes if I'm recording on my phone. And I actually have a lot of notes today. I can get it on my computer, but I also don't want you to see it like while I read it.
Well, I'm gonna see it no matter what you do. Here, go.
No, you could just close your eyes.
Promise I won't
Here.
look.
Here. No, you go and talk. Yeah, I saw you. You're not funny.
I'm
Anyways.
hilarious. Well, what's up? My name's Sophia.
Bro, all you have to do is talk. It's not that hard. Like,
yes,
talk about
it
anything.
is. Okay, so sand dollars. You find them at the
What
beach.
the fuck are those?
That's not actual money, despite what it sounds like. It's like these little shells things. They're like this, and it has like little grooves in them. But you can't even give them to mermaids to like buy fish or anything like that.
Mermaids
So,
sell fish? I
not
you
for
were gonna
sand
I
dollars.
thought you were gonna make a mermaid prostitute joke. Like, I don't know if we'll keep that.
Oscar. Oh, never mind. Anyways,
Last week
last week.
we talked about siren eyes because I had been seeing stuff on TikTok and I was like, what the hell are siren eyes? Sophia tried to explain it. She did a terrible job. I know who is the perfect example of siren eyes. Princess Jasmine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? When she
yeah.
does that shit, when she's trying to be all fucking, she's
Jafar.
like
When she's trying to distract him.
that.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never seen very many girls do that. Well,
Yeah.
I saw one picture with that chick from Euphoria, not Sydney
Maddie?
Sweeney, not Sydney Sweeney,
Maddie.
the other one.
Maddie.
I don't know.
Maddie.
I just said the chick from
I'm
Euphoria.
telling you, it's Maddie.
How do you know who I'm talking about? How did you
Black
know I wasn't
hair,
talking about
she's
Sydney Sweeney?
Mexican.
How did you know I wasn't talking about
Because
Sydney
she doesn't
Sweeney?
have siren eyes, because I've seen the show.
So then why didn't you say that girl when I was asking for examples?
Because I didn't think of it right.
Ah, you act like it's so obvious.
It
Anyways,
is Maddie.
I saw a picture claiming that she does it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think she does it well. I don't know. I'm the hype on that girl. I kind of don't get. But anyways,
She's like 30 something.
yeah, I heard. But then I was like, oh, is that what it's supposed to be like? Like that's the kind of area.
That's
And then
the
I don't know why
vibes.
in my head, I think I saw something about Aladdin, and then I was like, that's what it is. Sophia was trying to explain it to me. She didn't do a very good job. But
I just kept going like this.
But yeah, that I guess I was gonna say I think I've seen a lot of girls do that. Does Billie Eilish do them?
I don't know.
Kind of like there's a lot of pictures, sort of.
I don't think the thing is I don't think any of these actors that you're saying they're not doing them intentionally. Like I'm gonna have siren eyes. You know what I mean?
They just have them.
They just that's their face, and then people are like, yeah, that's siren eyes.
Well, I'm not always a fan of the look, but I can understand how with certain people sometimes it's like. You know what I mean, that was my point. Oh my god! You know how we went to Legoland?
Can I look?
Yeah,
Okay.
we went to Legoland.
We went to Legoland,
and we didn't know that it was like an amusement park.
we thought it was like a museum with a bunch of Legos. That
We
were
thought it was a
landed.
Legoland Discovery Center. It turns out it was a Legoland amusement park. Anyways, there
Ew.
was an area where they had like this boat made out of Legos, and they were like, this is a recreation of whatever boat, which is the oldest active sailing boat in the US or something, and it's like stored here on the coast of San Diego. You know how Big O said that he took a picture of it?
Yeah.
When I got here to San Diego, because I got here later than them, my dad picked me up from the airport. He was like, oh, look, I saw this crazy boat earlier. And he showed me a picture, and it was like a super old school. I'm going to put the picture. It's super old school, like with sails, like canvas sails. It looks like some shit out of Treasure Planet, right? Like a pirate ship. He showed me the picture.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, look at this boat I saw earlier.
Boat. Wow.
And I was like, wow.
Wow.
Where?
Where?
He was like, on the water, you fucking asshole. Like, we're not in San Diego, and there's water fucking everywhere. I was like, where? Like by the airport, by the Airbnb, on your way? What the? He was like, on the water. What the fuck? That was funny, but I didn't appreciate it.
I once had a coach. I used to play baseball, like little leagues baseball,
All right.
not real people baseball. Or
Yeah,
softball.
like 6th grade. Anyways.
And I once we were practicing like to hit the balls, I guess. I don't know.
Batting practice.
That's the one. We had batting practice, right? And I had a coach. He was old. He was like one of the volunteer coaches. He wasn't like the actual like coach. He was like the grandpa of like one of the kids on the team.
The guy that needs something to do.
And like he was the one practicing with me, right? And he was like tossing the balls, but like not good, but whatever. In my opinion. Anyways, and he was like, "You couldn't hit water if you fell out of a boat."
Wait, he told you that shit then? I remember the story differently.
No, he told me then. Didn't he?
I'm going to tell how I remember, and you're going to be
I
like,
don't know.
oh, yeah, that's what it was.
All I remember is that he told me that I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat, and then he laughed. And I was like, oh! And then I told my parents, and then they're like, that's rude. I was like, it is? And then they're like, yeah, you fucking idiot. And then they told me I was bad at baseball. And that's why he said that. And I was like, oh.
That's not how I remember the story at all.
How did it go?
We were at the award. We were like at the end of the season award ceremony team party thing. And it was at the coach's house, and we were all chilling there. And then they were giving out awards for, MVP or most improved or whatever the fuck, right? And then they had like a biggest heart award. And they were like, yeah, this person, not necessarily the fastest, not necessarily the strongest, not necessarily this, but she always fucking had heart, right? Like Captain America before the fucking steroids. Anyways, and Sophia won biggest heart, and everybody was like, woohoo, yeah, she's not the fastest, she doesn't hit the hardest, but she's always there, right? And then that motherfucker then and there said she couldn't hit water if she fell out of a boat. And everybody kind of chuckled, and Mom and Big O were like, because she was like a 6th grader and it was like her first year. But anyways, yeah. That was the year we played together. That was the only time we ever played on the same team of anything. Oh, actually, I guess marching band counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another year. There was 2 years total.
So, like I said, talking about boats. Couldn't hit the water if I fell out of one.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Speaking of the airport, when I was on my way over here, because I flew in from Phoenix and they flew in from Texas, right? I got to the airport and my flight got delayed by like 3 hours, right?
Like a loser.
And then at one point I had to pee. So I go into the restroom. I put my luggage off to the side and I go to the urinal and I start peeing, right? There was this old man who came in right after me and he went and put his shit next to mine, but kind of like pretty far deviated from where he was going. He could have just put it behind him. Kind of weirded me out. Anyways, he goes and puts his shit and he does this. Like this. He walks up to the urinal and he fucking undoes his pants and he does this. And he just started pissing like that.
You're kidding.
In the urinal. But he was old as shit. Like, all white hair, wrinkly ass skin. Like
you saw the hair on his balls?
No.
He was bald, guys. Don't believe him. Bald guy.
He literally did this shit. Fist closed and everything. Fucking. And I had stopped pissing over here. And I got my bag. And I started walking and I saw him and I was like, what the fuck? Because he was just standing there pissing like this. Like, it was hilarious.
Like Superman.
Yeah. That's what I wrote in my notes. Old man pissed like Superman.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
It was hilarious.
That's so funny.
Old people are fucking weird.
They're funny. I wonder. Nah.
Oh my god.
I'll ask you later.
I don't even want to know what the fuck that was. Anyways. Furthermore, to continue the story of the weekend, I got here, right?
You got here.
I landed.
He landed.
And then my dad picked me up and we drove over here. It was like an hour, right? We get here and I haven't seen Sophia in, when was the last time I saw you? When you guys went? Like a month and a half? 2 months?
It was Oscar's birthday.
Okay, like 2 months. Almost. Hadn't seen Sophia in 2 months. Hadn't seen my parents in about 2 months. Hadn't seen my other sister in like 2.5, maybe, right? It was actually more like 1.5 and 2. Anyways, I don't know why, but when I see you guys in person, I don't have this like, oh, it's been so long since I've seen you.
It's because it hasn't been.
It's so good.
He's moved out, and like we've literally seen him every single month of the year.
That's okay. That's how I feel, and I talk to them all the time. So I don't have this like reunited, sort of like at long last. Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Sophia does though. I know she does. I know she does. Because when I get here, she can't stop talking to me for more than 3 seconds. And she has no subtlety, guys. I got here and she was like, Oscar. And I was like, hey. And then I was bringing my shit. And she was like, come on, come check it out. Look at our room. While I'm carrying my fucking luggage up the stairs. Like, I still haven't even gotten to the living room to say hi to everyone. She's like, come look at the room. And come look at them and let me show you around. And I'm like, can I just get upstairs? Can I get upstairs? Right? And I fucking get upstairs and I'm in the living room and she was like, all right, let me show you the room. Come check it out. And I'm like, hold on, motherfucker. I'm in the living room right now. Let me just look around the living room. Let me say hi to mom. Like, I haven't seen mom. Right? And I'm trying to look around and I go into the room my parents are staying in and I'm like, oh, cool. This is your room. Let me see the bathroom. All right, cool. What's out here? There's a balcony. And Sophia was all like, yeah, look, come let me show you over here. And I'm like,
so you can put your luggage in.
She's like, so you can put your stuff away. And I'm like, would you fuck off? Like, can I just be like, I'll get around to the room. I'm going to sleep there. Like, what's the fucking problem, right? Eventually, I come around to the room.
Eventually, he comes around to the room. And then, because we have twin beds. There's twin beds in here, right? And on his twin bed, I left a little surprise that he's taking forever to get. Oh my god, do that later.
Eventually, I come into the room.
He comes into the room.
And the shirt she got me that she showed us last episode was on the bed. And it was a surprise.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and he fucking ruined it by being a fucking idiot.
And I was like, that's why you won't fucking shut up about me coming to the room. And she was like, I've been trying to show you this whole time. No subtlety, bro. No finesse. You could have just left it and just waited until I got here. I don't see what the difference would have been. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, I wanted you to see it already.
Anyways, yeah, Sophia does stuff like that. The funny thing is,
now let me tell you why I hug Oscar every time I see him. It's because Oscar doesn't like hugging me. He like on the date. I'm a very affectionate person.
She's not.
Yeah, I am.
She's a dickhead. Get away from me.
Exactly.
Tell the story.
Anyways,
you're just doing it to bother me right now.
No, I'm doing it to show a point. Anyways, no, I like just like leave my hand on people or like hugging them or whatever, right? But Oscar doesn't. Like, I'll end the phone before when we used to live here. Not anymore since he's left. But
we've never lived here.
Oh,
dummy.
When we still used to live together, every time I would call him, I'd be like, okay, bye, I love you. And then he would just hang up. He wouldn't say I love you back. It was very rude. Anyways.
Nah, that's because of the whole Samira thing.
Anyways.
Let me say it. Can I tell you?
No. Anyways. No, I'm talking. Anyways. I like hugging. I say I love you. He doesn't do either, right? But then he left. Now he has to hug me. Because it's like, oh, you don't live here. I missed you. And he's like, oh, I guess she missed me. You know? So I take advantage.
It was so loud. Like,
you can tell us right now. What?
Give me my fucking mic, you stupid ass. Samira, this is all your fault. If you're watching this, I don't think she watches, but if you're ever watching this, this is all your fault. Because there was one point where, how did it start?
She lived with us?
No, I think it was when mom went.
Oh, yeah.
When mom went to visit her sisters, right, for a few weeks in Alabama. And she was there. And so she was there, like, seeing more, like, staying with one of her sisters and her 2 daughters. And she was kind of seeing more of them and just kind of hanging out and this and that. And Samira, our cousin, she apparently had the habit of telling my mom she loved her every single fucking time they left the room. Like, every time my mom went to the restroom, every time she went to school, every time my mom went to the store, every time she went to work, everything, all the time. Love you, Batia, I love you, I love you, Batia. And my mom came back and she was like, you sons of bitches, never tell me you love me. Samira told me she loved me 12 times a day. And so ever since then, which this was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Ever since then, my mom tells us she loves us for everything all the time. Not me, but sometimes with them and stuff. And she started calling them princess, like addressing them and referring to them as princess. That was never a thing. I still don't like it. They're so unladylike. Anyways.
He's just upset because she doesn't call him princess.
No.
Or prince.
And so then ever since my mom came back and started saying she loves us all the fucking time, Sophia decided she's going to start telling everyone she loves them all the fucking time for everything, every time they leave the fucking room. And I'm still like, you guys are ridiculous. This is a bit much. And now Sophia likes to act like this has just been our lives. And she's always been affectionate and hugging and this and that. And I'm just an asshole that doesn't fucking reciprocate. Not to mention, I do say I love you when we hang up the phone now.
Now. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear when he said now? Give me that.
What do you mean? When you say now, you're just proving that I'm right, that we didn't used to always do that.
Now.
We didn't always do that.
Now, since he's moved out now. Not
No.
now, since...
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It started
yes.
like 8 months after I moved out.
No. Oh.
Yeah, exactly, stupid ass. So don't act like I don't care about your feelings. I started saying it because you say it all the time, and I was like, you know what? Let me be nice. Let me say it back. Ma'am. I know.
I have a little fucking bite mark.
I thought you were like way more athletic than that. You know, I thought you were gonna. Let's get into that. Don't act like it hurt. First of all,
it did.
Second of all,
I'm bleeding,
guys. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Hold up. I'm bleeding. No blood.
I know. Yes or no?
No. Or yes.
Does tickling?
Oh my god.
Hurt just a little bit?
No.
Like, does it walk very heavily on the tickle hurt line?
No. Pause.
Bro, we had
Good
such a
opinions.
long discussion
Good
about this
opinions.
yesterday.
For now, let's start with another question. Okay. I don't know if you have any fucking annoying ass brothers
They don't.
who do
I mean,
this.
Shh, they do? Do I want them to, or do I want them not to?
I want you to stop talking.
They do.
Anyways. When we were little, and not even little. No.
How old
When
is
we were
little
like
then?
in high school. When we were younger. I meant to say
Back
younger.
in our day.
Back in the day. Oscar would do this thing where he would grab like our thigh. Oh, I'm wearing a skirt. You can't even see.
I'll do it.
Okay.
If she was sitting, right, and this is her leg while she's sitting.
He would grab it. Point to my camera. He would grab your thigh like this and fucking squeeze.
Like, look. This is the thigh, right? You can see it generally like that. Like my hand, like a claw, like that, on the sides of the fucking quads over here. And then like squeeze that way, like that.
That was one of the things. Give me that. That was one of the things he did. The second thing he did is if you were sitting on that same thigh, he would use his elbow and like dig down, like, you know,
Like elbow
into
like
it.
Like this, but I'm doing it to, like, we're sitting next to each other.
We're sitting next to each
other.
other.
And I get my elbow and I dig it into her thigh like that. Like, kind of like if you were massaging the thigh, but like that. But like,
but not a
leg,
massage.
but like, kind of.
But as hard as he can.
Closer to the hip like that. No, not as hard as I could.
Hard. And
Yeah,
we didn't learn until yesterday at the Cheesecake Factory in front of a bunch of people in the mall.
It was her third time there.
It was my first time there. We'll get into that right now too. That he was like, oh yeah, that's supposed to tickle. That's supposed to tickle. It doesn't tickle, you fucking psycho. It just hurts. No.
Hold
no.
on. Okay.
No. And then, no, I'm not done. And then, I'm going to slap you in the face. And then, he was saying, okay, like, not all tickle. Not all tickle, but like...
It's supposed to hurt a little bit.
It's supposed to hurt,
too.
but then, like, just have, like, a little edge of tickling. And like, no, you fucking psycho. It doesn't tickle. It doesn't tickle. And then, no.
I'll do it to any of you.
And then, he was like, no, yeah, well, it's the same with tickling. Like, if you tickle the ribs or whatever.
I know how to explain it a little better now.
No. He was like, if you tickled the ribs, like, it hurt. Like, the act of, like, tickling right here hurts a little, but it still tickles. And me and my sister were like, no, you psycho. Who has been tickling you? I will punch you in the face. We're like, who has been tickling you that aggressive? The only reason why it's supposed to hurt at all is, like, because you're, like, laughing uncontrollably. That, like, you know, it's that kind of same hurt when you run, but you don't know how to breathe right. And then, like, it's like,
Sophia always, when she motions running, she does this, but she also moves her head like that. Like,
yeah. That's the only reason why it's supposed to hurt. It's uncomfortable because, like, you're being violated and you don't want to laugh, but they're making you laugh.
Don't say it like that.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Like
whatever.
No.
Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you. But it's not supposed. But he's saying that it's supposed to hurt. Like, the actual fingers on the ribs, like digging into it, hurts. And now I'm concerned because I'm like, who tickled you as a kid? Like, are you okay?
Give me this fucking mic. Hold on. It's a balance. Like it does hurt, but it also tickles. So like, for example, if I just grab your arm right here and I just fucking pinch it, that's just pure pain. Tickling is like discomfort, but it's not necessarily pain, right? Yes or no?
Sure.
Yes. So if I tickle you on your ribs like this, there's the discomfort element that makes you laugh. That makes you laugh. But there is still a certain amount of pain. Pain, technically, that's what it is, but pain is a little too dramatic of a word. It's both like tickling discomfort and a little painful discomfort. But it is tickling.
There's not
but there's things like your ribs that mostly tickles hurts a little bit. The elbow shit on your thigh.
Just hurts.
The elbow shit on your thigh mostly hurts, but also tickles a little bit.
God.
The balance is different. You know what I mean? Like, and then I tried to tell him, I was like, yeah, like if someone has tickled your armpit, like they stick their fingers in your armpit and you go like this, it tickles. But if you do it a lot or you do it kind of hard, it also hurts a little bit, but it tickles. Anyways, I used to look back at my childhood and be like, yeah, I never like grew up like as a boy or one of the boys because I had two sisters, right?
Grew up as a bitch.
Because I had two sisters, right? And I never got to like engage in like the violence that is childhood boy relationships, like just fucking beating the shit out of each other and being crazy and stuff, right? Because they were girls. So I was the fucking 5-year-old watching the Barbie movie and shit. And Betty still laughs at that to this day. I don't understand what's funny. That I used to like the movie, like the little cartoon Barbie movies.
Yeah.
That I would actually like enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
Anyway, she still laughs about that. And whatever. I had two sisters. I didn't have any brothers. Shouts out to Josh. He's my cousin. I kind of grew up with him, I guess, a little more violently than I realized because Josh would always cry when I would play with him. So I didn't think I was that violent. Nonetheless, I've always looked back at my childhood at this like, oh, I didn't have this kind of typical violent, boyish upbringing because I just had sisters and I don't have any brothers. As it turns out, they're way more bitch made than I realized because they were having this whole fucking mind-blowing thing of like, who in their right mind thinks that's fucking tickling? It's just painful. Why would you do that? You always did that to us. And I was like, I thought we were just playing around. Like, it tickles. Look. Ah. I was going to do it, but she was going to lose her shit unreasonably. Anyways, Big O used to do that shit to me.
That doesn't make it okay.
It's still ticklish, though.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
People are going to agree with me. Watch.
Let me elbow you as hard as I can.
Do
right
it.
Now. You have to put your
Do
foot,
it, you fucking
put
pussy.
Your heel right here.
Do it. Do it.
I need a solid
Move.
ground.
Do it. Do it.
I'm scared.
Hurry up.
Don't yell at me.
Hurry up.
Don't yell at me.
You're so fucking tough and stern.
Don't yell at me.
That was too close. I got dizzy. I didn't actually get dizzy. This is too high, you idiot. Let me just put it here.
I can't.
It tickles.
No,
Yes, it does.
no, it's because I have little lady elbows.
You're doing it wrong. You're not supposed to do it here. You're supposed to do it here.
Okay, fine. Jeez. Ready?
Yes.
You're a fucking psycho.
It tickles.
It
How does it not tickle?
I need.
Let me do it.
No.
I'll do it softly.
Oh.
Look.
Stop.
Why are you such a pussy, bro?
Because I'm traumatized. It doesn't hurt yet, but I know it will.
Stop fucking crying. The internet's gonna think I actually fucking hurt you. Like, look, let me do it. How about I just do it with my finger like that? Like, just poke. Or like my knuckle, look, like this. Like,
That doesn't hurt. That didn't hurt. It just scared me.
idiot, bro. Anyways, I guess the most violent play I ever had was with my dad growing up, when just going into his house and stuff, because he would do that shit to me, where like Should we talk about this? I don't know. In today's day and age, there are probably gonna be people bothered by this, but y'all are annoying. Shut up. He would do shit like that to fuck with me. Like he would do the fucking thigh thing where he like grabbed the side of my fucking quads and just like squeeze it, and then I would be like ah, and he would tickle, but it would hurt a little, but it would mostly tickle. It was just like a discomfort, like a weird feeling.
I need someone with muscle to do that to you.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's supposed to tickle, but he never did it to where it tickled.
Nah, hold on.
Did it to where
he would do that shit to me, and it was like, ah, right? And then every now and then he would do the elbow one to me, and it was like, ah, and you would struggle to like get like fucking take his arm off or like slip out the side or something. But he would also do shit to me. Like I used to have a big old mole on the middle of my back, like a little off center. Turn. That's not turned around, bro. You're supposed to like so the camera can see.
Oh, camera to my back?
No. Get over here. Do it right here. I used to have a mole like right there, right? Okay, sit back down. He used to do shit like if for whatever reason I didn't have a shirt on, like we were swimming in the pool or like this or that or whatever.
He would pull the hair. On his mole.
No. First of all, I was a child. I didn't have hair on my mole yet, and I haven't had that mole since I was like in like 7th grade. Anyways. He would see the mole on my back. I can't see it. Obviously, everybody tells me I have a mole there, but I could never like see it, right?
Ew.
He would fucking pinch my mole. And he would be like, "Oh, you have a tick back here." And he would pinch it.
Don't pinch me.
Like pinch it and like pull it. Like, I'm taking off that fucking tick. That type of shit. And I would like, right? And he was like, "You have a tick. You have a tick."
Doing
it. I'm not doing it.
Yes, you are.
Oh my god, bro! I was literally like doing that. Like, anyways, he would pinch my fucking mole, and he'd be like, "You have a tick back here," because it was big as fuck. He was like, "You have a tick," and he would pinch it, and I was like, "It's not a tick. It's not a tick." And he was like, "Yes, it is. Look at it." And I was like, "It's my mole. We do this every time." But it was a good time, you know.
He broke your brain.
No. No, nuh-uh. Should we tell him? I don't know. I should say. I was gonna be like, should we tell him about the time he punched me?
He did punch you.
But it wasn't deserved, but it was like, it was fair. Let's tell the story, and then I'll decide later if I keep this in. So, I have some signature moves, right? Sophia knows this one pretty well. I grew up in a violent family. In the sense of like, we always like wrestled and did like jujitsu or like boxing or this or that or whatever, right? So then there'll be times where like me and Josh are like fighting on the trampoline and we're just like trying to do jujitsu and submit each other and this. Would you fucking chill? I'm not gonna do anything. Put your arm down. She's literally there like,
I'm just mentally prepared.
Shut up! I'm not gonna do anything to you. Anyways. We would wrestle or do jiu-jitsu or box or this, or we had gloves and we would hit the bag and all sorts of shit, right? Every now and then, I would try and fight my dad, like, just wrestling, like, on the bed. Or, like, there was one time, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Nick Diaz submit, what's his name? Fuck. It's like Takanori Gomi, I think is his name. And he did that move where his leg wraps behind his shoulder, and then he puts it over his fucking neck, and then he cranks his neck and fucking chokes him. If you've seen it, if you know what I'm talking about, it's pretty straightforward. You understand it. Anyways, we saw that video and we saw that fight and we were like, oh, that shit's crazy. The next morning, Big O is asleep on his bed. Fucking 7-year-old me fucking runs into the room, jumps on his ass, right? Wakes him up. And then I fucking crawl up and I fucking put my leg around his shoulder and over his neck and I fucking cranked the shit out of his head. And he was like, and like, yeah. And he was like, and he fucking tapped and like got me the fuck out because I started doing it, and he'll tell you the story. I started doing it, and he was like, "Oh, look at this motherfucker trying to fucking be Nick Diaz, thinking he's gonna do the submission." And then I started doing it, and he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he tap, right? Shit like that. So we would like fight with each other all the time. Anyways, I was in high school, and well, within all of that, there were things that I enjoyed doing. And there were things that Big O would do. Like, if we wrestle on the bed or on the couch, that motherfucker would always grab my wrist and hold it behind my back. That was like always his signature move. Like we'd be wrestling, and then he would get my wrist and hold it behind my back, and then he would just like poke me or like tickle me or something, and I was there like fucking like struggling. Right? Yeah. This is a great time. Stop giving me that face. These are fun memories. He would always do that shit to me. I would always do this. Different people would always do different things. Sophia would always twist my fingers, right? Oh, well, yeah. Look how happy you are now. This whole time you've been looking at me like I'm crazy. Now you got a lot to say.
Listen, no, come here. Give me that real quick. He said I twisted his fingers. I do. The funny thing is, he would always be like upsetty spaghetti about it. He'd be like, and he would go to like our dad. He would go to Big Oscar and be like, she keeps twisting my finger. And our dad would be like, well, stop fucking with her then. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? But what he didn't learn until later is it was him.
My dad.
Our dad that said, who told me, like, nah, if he like starts fucking with you, twist his fingers, he'll stop.
And what she means by fucking with you is like playfully wrestling and shit. Not like I wasn't just beating on her, you know what I mean? Like, shit, don't stop playing, bro. Stop acting like I was one of those brothers. I need Sophia to find friends that had the type of brother that she likes to act like I was, so she can know what the fuck is up. Anyways, so one of the things that I would do oftentimes in those wrestling exchanges is if I had the mount or something, or like Sophia, like I fucking right, I would put get up, hold it so you can fucking point it at me.
Thank you.
I would get my hands like this, right? And I would put them on their chest.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I would put my hands on their chest like this, or I would just hold them like that by like their collarbones, and then I would fucking shake the shit out of them like this. Look at it.
Usually it was on a bed or a couch.
I would shake the shit out of them like that. But it was on the bed.
Into the mattress.
It was on the bed, so then it would be like this, like
like that.
Like if I was like strangling them, but just on their chest, not their neck. I wasn't actually choking them, but just on their chest. And it just like, you know how when you get the wind knocked out of you, it's like like that. That's what I would do. Like I would fucking do that, and when I would do that, it would like. And so I would just do it like over and over and over again, and then they would be there like that.
That one I will say.
I might have done it to Sophia a couple times. She has very bad memories about it. Anyway.
No, listen. The thing about that one is, I remember I would be like, do the thing. Because like,
it would tell me to do
it.
Yes,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Jeez. I would be like, do the thing. And then I don't know when the switch up happened. But then I was like, do the thing. And then he did it. And then I started crying. And he was like, oh shit, why are you crying? And I was like, I don't know, but I don't like that. Don't do it again.
Now.
And
Sophia's
now.
all fucking traumatized.
And now. No, do not.
She's not playing right now. She's genuinely like super fucking like about it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
If
bro?
you like reach for my collar, bro, no, because he also had another thing. He would get his freaking dude. You're a psycho. The more we're talking about it, the more I'm remembering. He would get his thumb, go to your collarbone. Mine's right here. You can't really tell. And you
that
would like
tickles too.
And he would press down as hard. Don't get away from me.
Like this. I would just like press into it, and it's the thing where you kind of like press the skin on the bone. And it's painful, but it's like discomfort, like that. Like
you need to get checked out by like a mental hospital. I don't know.
I think,
but he would
not like
no, and he would do that.
Person in that sense, like
he would do that, and like now, anytime anyone like touches my collarbones, like I freak the fuck out.
Anyways,
he traumatized me.
No, it's the type of shit where like even in wrestling, like within wrestling, there's certain things like. If you're tying up with someone, right? Like you're in your stance here, and you can like either like your heads are touching, you're like this, or you're tying up, or trying to go behind their neck, or you got their fucking arm, or you're trying to get an overhook or an underhook or something. You can put your hand on their shoulder, like put your hand on my shoulder, you fucking pussy. Like no, like that, right? Just in trying to set yourself up and get into position and shoot or this or that. But you put your hand on their shoulder, and then if you were an asshole and you kind of like, you know, bullying your friends,
Oscar,
you'd pinch their trap like this. Like you put your hand on their shoulder, and then you grab their trap and you squeeze the shit out of it. I'm trying to get a good angle. Like that, you pinch it like this, like that, That shit fucking hurts. Tickles
No.
a little.
Oh my god.
Just a little. But that shit hurts. But that's the type of shit that you would do, like, if you wrestled on a regular basis, or you did jiu-jitsu or any sort of thing like that. Like, there are certain things that just, like, they're not that useful, but they're painful. So it's kind of fun to just, like, oh, motherfucker, you know? Or, like, if you had a reverse, what's it called?
I don't know.
The pin. We have their head.
I don't know any of the wrestling names except for pin.
Hold on. What's it called?
I don't know.
Fuck. If you ever had a reverse fucking, it's not a cradle. The cradle's the other shit. So you know how standard pin, you come underhook like this, and then like that, and then you turn them over, right? A reverse, that thing, I can't remember the name of the thing, but the reverse one where you're underneath their head, and then you like turn back over and hook their fucking pec right here. So you're coming around their neck and then over and under onto the armpit. And you go under and then over onto the armpit like that, right? And then you hold them. That's the type of shit too, where you can fucking pinch their pec right here, like sticking your fingers into armpit and then pinch it like that. That shit fucking hurts too. But that's the type of shit you do, like, you get the position, you're trying to pin them, and you can kind of get away with fucking pinching that shit, and it hurts, and that he can't really prove that you're doing it right then and there because he's just struggling to get a position, and you're just trying to hold him, and you fucking pinch the shit out of that, right? That's the type of shit we do. So I think you guys just didn't grow up with that, and you don't understand, like, the balance of, like, yeah, it hurts, but it's, like, all in good fun kind of thing.
All that I'm hearing is that
Wait.
Oscar's a fucking psycho.
Wait, no, so we have to keep all of this now. So one time,
One time, he was like,
hold it out of here. One time, I was like 16, right? And I was fucking with my dad, and he was sitting on the couch watching TV. I was like 17, actually. It was in the house you guys are in right now. He was sitting on the couch, and I fucking roll up, and I was like, I'm gonna kick your ass, old man. And we're fucking, and then I did that shit that I like to do, where I fucking grab him, and I was fucking doing this shit on the couch like that. Just fucking, like, if you're, like, trying to, like...
you look like you're strangling someone. People are going to think
Yeah,
you're
I know.
actually crazy.
But I'm not. It's just on her chest. Like, it's kind of like you're trying to fucking do CPR, but very wrongly. It's like reverse CPR, where you're taking their breath away, right? Hold on, put the mic properly up here. So I fucking got him, and I was like...
It's the faces you
shit,
make,
right?
too.
And I was like fucking shaking the shit out of him. And he was there, like 43 years old. And he was like, right? And he's doing this shit. And he goes like this. He was like, and then he fucking, and he hit me in the face. He was like, motherfucker. Because he was on the couch fucking dying. And he fucking did that shit. And I was like,
he just punched me. I didn't do anything.
and he punched me. No, I didn't genuinely, but I did, like,
he was a little surprised.
I did theatrically, like, why are you playing so rough? Like, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was just playing. Why did this take such a real turn?
Drastic turn.
And he was like, I couldn't fucking breathe. he was like, fuck you. You're too fucking old for me to just let you kick the shit out of me. Like,
he was like, you were winning, and I was not breathing. He's crazy. And apparently it's our father's fault. But our father never made me crazy, which is fine. But, yeah. It's not supposed to hurt when you tickle. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't. He's gaslighting me into thinking I'm crazy for thinking that it doesn't hurt. He's the crazy one. You saw him strangling the pillow right now. He thought that was fun. To be fair, I thought that was fun when we were kids too, until I was like, oh, wait, you know what? That's not fun. I can't breathe. You're such a boy sometimes. It's funny.
It's not funny. You know why? Because like I said, I grew up with girls. And I grew up in such a girly environment. And I, in the past, have struggled a lot with my own sense of identity and masculinity and whatnot. And I had a lot of work to do to accept how not masculine I was. And then now I get in situations like this where I'm expressing myself and she's shaming me for being masculine. What kind of fucked up shit is that?
I didn't
It's hot in
change.
here.
Yeah, because you keep moving.
Don't touch me. Ow. See like that? See like that? That was not supposed to tickle.
No.
That was not supposed to tickle. That was not creative. It was nothing but inflicting pain for amusement.
Yeah.
So you do understand everything I've just said. It's the same thing.
No.
I'm doing different things and on a different scale.
My problem. No, you clearly have not been listening. Listen before you say anything.
Okay, I'm tired of this.
I'm not saying that you're fucked up for doing those things to amuse yourself. I'm saying that you're crazy that you thought it tickled. I did that because it amused me and I knew it wasn't going to tickle. You did those things because it amused me.
So it just hurts. That makes it better.
Yeah.
No!
Anyways.
Look, do this shit to me right here.
No.
Do this shit on my phone. Do it.
No.
Do it.
Why are you like a masochist? No.
Do it.
Anyways. Speaking of wrestling, I have a story to tell you. It's hilarious. Here, now you stand right there. Our little cousin just started wrestling. And he decided that he was going to show us his wrestling moves. Here, scooch a little that way so that the people could see me. And so he was like, okay, this is how you do it. You go like this. And you can't see. And he goes and he brushes the floor with his hand like that. He's like,
practicing a shot.
Yeah, he's like, and I was like, that's so cool, right? Except I sounded more enthusiastic. He's like, look.
Her kid enthusiasm voice, I fucking hate it.
And he was like, look, here's another one. And he does the exact same thing. And it was hilarious. It was so funny because he looked, and the thing is, our little cousin, he's been in several sports before. He's never taken any of them serious. He's always I literally have a video of him playing soccer, and he's on the field doing Fortnite dances, and he's like, it's hilarious. I put music.
He doesn't give a single
He doesn't.
fuck.
Everyone, listen, everyone was running, in that same video, everyone's running. It's, oh my God. If you haven't seen, 5-year-olds play soccer, it's the funniest shit ever. Because there's just the ball.
They're like ducks
moving.
chasing bread.
It's just a ball moving, and then a mass of freaking a horde of 5-year-olds chasing after it. It's so funny. And then there was our cousin who wasn't within this little mass. He was everyone was running.
An independent thinker.
Everyone was running, and they're you can tell that they're really trying. And then our cousin was literally, and it's funny because I'm not even exaggerating. That's exactly how he was going behind. It was so funny because they would be all running, and he's right here, and then they would turn, and he would stop here when they passed, and he would be and then I
start running the other way. It's so funny.
So
he literally found a flower on the field and picked it up and was
ooh. Right? So this cousin, right? Never taken any of the sports serious. But when he was showing me his wrestling moves, hold on, let me get closer so that you can see my face.
His face. He was
he was serious. He was it was so funny.
Your fucking necklaces are hitting the mic.
It was so funny. I had never seen him so serious in my entire life, and he did the exact same thing, which made it even funnier. Man,
should we title this video "Are You a Masochist"?
You a masochist? Or a
no,
sadist?
I don't think anything's wrong with me. I think.
You said that.
You know how I was talking about being in tune with if you're this. Getting in tune with the opposite is useful.
Yeah.
I think this is just kind of evidence of the fact that I am in tune with a violent side of myself. You know what I mean?
I think this is evidence that you're crazy. and you don't know the difference between tickling and pain.
No, it's like
No, he doesn't know the difference. He doesn't realize the difference between pain and like tickle.
it's because let me tell you. There was one time. These two friends I had in high school. I wasn't really friends with them by the end of high school, but we were good friends at different points in time. One of them kind of like got into weightlifting a bit, and his dad was like a big fucking buff motherfucker, right? And he would do like some boxing like sometimes, or he and his dad would just kind of like roughhouse a bit, like yeah, whatever, right? And the other one, he played football a little bit, but he wasn't that violent of a person. He was mostly like, he enjoyed the sport, but I don't think he necessarily enjoyed the physicality of it. And he was way more into like music. They were both super into music. They were band friends of mine. And one of them was talking about one time about like how he's been lifting weights more, and he like kind of fights with his dad, like playfully, like sparring type stuff. And he's like, and his friend, our other friend was like, dude, your dad's fucking big. Like, that's like scary. Like, that dude's a fucking monster and this and that and whatever. And then he would kind of explain, he's like, nah, but like sometimes like, I don't know, like it just kind of feels good. Like you get hit in the arm and it just kind of like, it just like feels good. Like, and then our other friend turned to me and he was like, how do you know you're being abused? Like, and then our other friend turned to me, the less violent one. He was like, how do you know you've been abused? Like, and then the one who was saying it turned to me and he's like, nah, you get what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I get what you mean. Like, cause this is what happens. It's more of an adrenaline thing. Like, the pain of getting hit spikes your adrenaline a bit. And it's just kind of like oh, like you're in that shit. Kind of like you enjoy the adrenaline aspect of riding roller coasters. But normal people would be scared because it's dangerous. But the danger brings up this adrenaline, and you enjoy the feeling of that adrenaline, and you feel like alive. It's kind of like that. It's the same sort of thing. Like, you're arriving at the same place where it's a very kind of counterintuitive joy, where it's like the pain of it or this or that spikes your adrenaline, and you kind of enjoy the adrenaline of it. But it's not that you enjoy the pain part. It's not like you enjoy the fearful side of going on roller coasters and fucking skydiving and this and that. It's the like the
I have no fear.
liar. There's a spider right there.
Give me that.
You got what I mean?
I know what you mean. The problem.
Sophia doesn't like admitting she understands what I'm
Listen.
saying.
I literally just said I know what you mean.
Yeah, but you reluctantly.
The problem isn't the violence of whatever, of the elbowing, of the squishy squish. That's not the problem. That's not like what I have a gripe with. You know, that's not.
When did you learn the word gripe? What the fuck?
That's not the problem.
We gotta wrap this up, by the way.
The problem is that you think it tickles.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Not that you're inflicting pain. Not that it's violent. It's the fact that you like think it's haha.
It does.
Not. Well, put it.
We
Say in the comments, is it haha or not?
We need to be famous so we can meet other people and we can ask them.
Anyways. No, well, we'll ask the people that are watching right now. Wow, he doesn't even like you guys. Anyways.
We don't get any comments right now.
Anyways.
We're just gonna get a comment from Mom being like, what's wrong with the Barbie movie?
She would. Anyways. Before any of y'all try and come up here and be like, oh my god, they were abused as children. Their father pinched his mole and went like this. Fuck you guys. We've seen the TikToks about the whole, like, what sibling chased you with the knife and what sibling ran away. We never did that. Okay?
Yeah, there's a lot worse out there. Some people were actually abused. You know what I mean? This was all kind of done playfully, like.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
We were.
When I say I woke my dad up by jumping onto his chest and fucking go plotting his ass, I think that's what the submission is called. I really did that shit. You know what I mean? And when I say he used to pin my arm back and like tickle me and shit, there were other times where I'm fucking arm barring him and I'm cranking the shit out of it as hard as I can at 6 years old or 7, 8 years old. And he's like, hey, you need to chill a bit. So like, it's all very much like just kind of playful. Like, it's not, none of it's serious, you know?
I feel so bad for whoever you date.
Well, I'm not going to do anything now.
Because you're going to be like, let me tickle you, sweetheart. Jab! It's just going to be like, ah!
Shit. Never mind. I was going to be like, I wonder if my exes have any stories of like, yeah, this motherfucker used to do this shit and think it was cute. Like, you know what I mean? No, I don't think so.
Anyways. So yeah, don't come for us. We weren't actually abused.
It's all in good fun.
It's
This
all
is
good
the
fun.
type of
and
shit.
And it's a different
I think this is the type of shit that like.
And this is all when we were like kids. You know what I mean? Oscar like jamming, like doing that. He doesn't do that now because I tell him not to.
Because she's such a bad sport about it.
Anyways.
It's weird how like usually when I'm around like certain people, I'm not even gonna say it because they're gonna feel bad about themselves. But when I'm around certain people, I often feel like I don't fit in with them because I'm not a very standard like masculine male type dude. Like I'm not that into shoes. I'm kind of into clothes, but not into clothes in the way a lot of other people are, like streetwear and stuff. I'm into cars, but not in the way that other people are. Like I'm typically not into like certain manly things to the extent and in the way that a lot of guys are. So I kind of don't fit in certain rooms and stuff. But when it comes to this type of stuff, I think I do very much like, I get it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like, I think there are certain people that would get it too, but I don't think I have that many of those people around me. Mm. So I often feel like alienated among other guys for like not being like one of the guys, one of the bros. But then with this type of shit, like I think it's like I wouldn't
evident.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the guys that I know aren't into this shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't tickle.
It doesn't
they just
tickle.
Inflict pain.
No, but then this is the type of shit that I think people would be scared to talk about nowadays because everybody's so fucking up their own ass about fucking gentle parenting and this and that and whatever the fuck.
Yeah, we turned out fine.
This is all a great time. These are all fun. These are all happy memories.
This is questionable.
You know what I mean? No. I gladly remember the time I was fucking shaking the shit out of Big O. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny.
I'm saying I grew up as a well-adjusted adult. You are still questionable.
Whatever, motherfucker. I'm doing fine.
He can't even talk.
I am so well put together. I'm doing fine. All right. I ain't got no baby mamas out there. I have no debt. I have a good job. I've never been arrested. Don't fucking rub me like that. Don't pet me. Okay? I'm fine. I'm good. Get away from me, you fucking asshole. Do the intro. I'm leaving.
That's all, guys. That's all, guys. Thanks for joining us. Let us know if you think tickling is supposed to hurt or not. I don't trust you, motherfucker. He thinks I didn't see him. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Bye. Oscar, come say bye.